Hello everyone, welcome back. Another episode here of, let me see, what am I call this? America Under Fire. My mouse is not working for some reason. Interesting. Anyways, this is America Under Fire, and so I'm going to tell you why America's under fire, because we are slowly burning. Slow burn. And you can probably feel the burn by now. Feel the burn. So America is under fire, and I'll talk about that. I'll get into a little bit more detail, and I'll explain what I'm talking about. But before I do that, I'm going to talk a little bit something about what's on my mind. I'm going to talk about the AR-500 armor I got. I'll show you what I got. Talk a little bit about why I went this way, because it was relatively cheap. Okay, relatively cheap. This is the one I got. I got the Testudo plate carrier Gen 2, and I got the black one. That's the one I got. And I got the plates built up, got the side plates as well, got the little package. So I also got the Testudo Light, got 2 plate carriers and some soft body armor for different reasons. And if you haven't noticed, I usually do wear soft body armor. If you see me ride my electric bicycle, I ride this yellow vest. That's actually a Kevlar vest with chainmail. It's for safety reason, and it's also a soft body armor, soft body bulletproof vest that has chainmail in it. So it's also slash proof, or slash resistant, I should say. So the reason I got steel plates instead of like ceramic plates or polymer plates or whatever is for the long run, right? Let's just imagine we have a disruption in service, supply chain disruption. Let's say it gets really bad. What if they stop making body armor? Have you thought about that? Um, you know, and eventually, let's just say things get really bad, because I know there's a lot of people out there who like, doomsday scenarios. So if it gets really bad, eventually, after a while, people will start running out of ammo, because the ammo manufacturers will not make ammo anymore, right? Or ammo will be like toilet paper. It will be like worth more than gold, all right? Worth toilet paper and ammo is like worth more than gold and cash at this point. Okay, that's how ridiculous things will be. Of course, food will be priceless, of course, but outside of that, toilet paper and ammo is like it's like worth more than platinum or any other precious metal or whatever. So when people eventually run out of ammo, and probably people will, maybe there'll be some crafty people who can make some ammo, but it won't be enough to be all that effective. It'll let you survive for a while, but eventually you need powder, you just need stuff. And you're going back in technology, you're going backwards, instead of forwards. It's not a good thing. Having a steel plate, shelf life 20 years, I think that's pretty good armor to have. And eventually, when people run out of ammo, there's nothing left but a bunch of steel. They'll be using steel. They'll be using a melee weapon, a sword, a knife, a blunt object. So having a steel plate will help. It'll last longer. That's just my thoughts. That's why I went in that direction. Anyways, I got the box. All right, they finally made a shipping label. It took 4 months. I ordered it in December. I used the Christ is King coupon or code, and I got like 25% off, I believe, and free delivery. So 25% off with free delivery. So it worked. I got the free delivery, and I ordered a lot of stuff. What I should have done is order them separately. I would have gotten all those stuff except the plate and the soft body armor. I would have gotten that last, but I said to myself, just let it come all at once. 45 pounds. All right, 45 pounds. That's what came to me. Anyways, so just want to share that. I don't have a referral code for AR500. This is not a, they don't know I'm doing this. They didn't pay me to do this. I'm just talking about it because this is what I'm going to do a review on soon enough. Probably the video will come out April 20th to the 25th. It's still upstairs. I'm going to wait 5 days to let the virus, if there's any virus there. It took about 4 days to get here. I'll wait another 5 days. It's about 9 days total. I think that's safe enough for the, if there was any coronavirus in the box, it would die. It would die. All right. I have a limited amount of bleach. I can't just disinfect every living thing that comes through that door. I have to be a little bit precautious or resourceful, so I can't just waste my bleach on everything. So as soon as I get a chance, I'll do an unboxing. Please subscribe so you don't miss that video when it comes out. Alright, so enough about them. I hope all of you will get some body armor. So America under fire. So in this episode, I'm going to get a little doomsday here. Alright, because I'm gonna talk about it because I do see a possibility. I wouldn't talk about it unless I believe that it would have a chance of coming true. I doubt that it will, but then again, a lot of people probably at their New Year's party didn't think they were gonna die of the coronavirus this year either. So at this point, anything's possible. Anything's possible. So I'll talk about it as I look up. We'll look at the numbers here. So this is April 11th, 2020. 7 p.m. is the last update to this website. Today's date is 10:42 p.m. April 11th, 2020. This is when I'm recording this. So let's take a look. My little mouse thing is stuck right here for some reason. Anyways, maybe that'll get fixed a little bit later on. So yeah, we're at 500,000, over 500,000, 526,396, 526,396 confirmed cases. Today's new cases was 29,861, which is about 30,000. It will range between, I think, in that 35 to upper 20,000. It's going to range there for a while, which is a lot. It's still a lot. It's not exponential, but man, it is a lot. It is a slow burn now, and America is just under fire. It really is. America is just under the fire. Total deaths now is at 20,463 death. Today's death is 1,877, and that will probably continue. It will continue. The normal chart still shows it going up, but I've noticed that it's really slow going up, just, well, I wouldn't say slow when you add 30,000 to it, but it's not exponential like it was before, where you're reaching 40,000 in a couple days. Now you're reaching, to go to 1 million, it's not going to be in a week. It's going to take maybe a month and a half. You'll get to 1 million, possibly. On the log chart here, it is slowly turning over, but this is going to be the longest curve, the longest bend that you have ever seen. So, oh, look, I got my little halo back here. So yeah, this is going to be the longest curve, the longest bend you have ever seen. I don't know how long it's going to last, but let's just take a look at the numbers here. I might have an idea. And so if you look at the map, it is very slow burn going around New York. So New Jersey's getting it, parts of Connecticut, Massachusetts, Pennsylvania, all these other places around that, they're starting to get, their numbers are increasing. At some point, they're going to get to a point where you're in a rock and a hard place. Okay, you're either in the frying pan or you're going to go into the fire, so to speak. You can't stay inside. You can't be jobless. You know, at some point, something's got to give. And unfortunately, you have to make the decision. Do you want to go out? Do you want to restart the economy? Right? 17 million people have filed for unemployment. And I think that number is going to grow probably as time goes on. It's going to get up to a lot. We're already into 17 million people filing for unemployment. The relief is there. Supposedly, the stimulus check is going to be sent to your bank, direct deposit. When I get it, I'll let you all know. That way we can all confirm that it's real. So there you go. You can see slow burning in Florida, and then parts of Florida, Georgia, and these areas, their surrounding areas, they're going to slowly get to it. You'll see Louisiana and then Texas and the surrounding areas around here. They'll eventually, start increasing in numbers. You're already seeing Nevada getting some of that from California and Arizona, Oregon, from Washington. They're sandwiched in. I mean, it's a slow burn. It's going to just slowly burn. And America's just under fire. It really is. Let's see how Alaska's doing. I remember when Alaska had one. It's a little bit slower there. They got a lot more room, but Hawaii, I remember when they had one or two. Now they have 442. 442. I'm sorry, 442. Eventually, it's going to be a slow burn, depending on how much social distance that you want. And the more you do, the irony is, the more you do the social distance, the longer this is going to take. And there's also other risk is, even if you think it's over, there's parts of the world globally that it's spreading, and all it takes is one imported case to start this all over again. So this is, in my opinion, it almost seems like a losing battle. It really is. At this point in time, we just have no choice. One or two things have got to happen. I mean, it's possible you never get infected. You just have to social distance forever. If you can do that, that's great. I'm sure Bill Gates is in Greenland somewhere in his underground, mansion. But the rest of us, well, we don't have that luxury. And so the other option is herd immunity, which at some point you will get infected. Think about this. Do you know anybody that never had the flu, like the influenza, in their lifetime? I've had it. I've had it like 3 or 4 times. Now, recently I haven't had it, but the chances of you getting the coronavirus, you will eventually get the coronavirus at some point in your lifetime if you live long enough. So the option is herd immunity, but to get to that herd immunity, over 200 million Americans have to get infected. And out of that 200 million Americans getting infected, if the death rate's at 3 now, 3.85. Now, let's just say half of that, so it's 1.48. So 1.5 million people will have to die, potentially die. There's that possibility. That's the scary factor of herd immunity. The third option, which is a distant third, is a vaccine if it could be found in time. Okay, found in time. There's no plus difference numbers for some reason today. I don't know what's going on. But just to give you an idea, let's just travel back in time. which is only, what, 3 months ago? January 22nd, 1. Now, this was without social distance, okay? Like, let's face it, people were just ignorant. And a lot of the public officials may have been completely unaware. So this is January 22nd. So let's start right here, March 11th, because this is when, like, these are the numbers that you're probably seeing in most of the states right now in America. Is you have about 1,000. Okay, you have about 1,000. Some people have more, some people have less, but like 1,000. How long did it take? How long did it take before you got to 2,000? 1, 2 days. All right, you doubled. How long did it take before that? 1, 2, 3 days. And at this point, I think I remember by April 20th, I mentioned like within 4 days you would possibly get to 10,000, 4 to 5 days. Well, it took 1, 2, 3 to get to 13,000, 3 days. And from there, I think I made a video on the 20th, March 20th, and I said in about another month, because when I saw this, it took China about a week to get to 80,000, and I think they just stopped. Okay, they've never gone beyond 80,000 confirmed cases. They just stopped trying, and they just said, screw it, let the world deal with it. We'll just, deny it ever happened. So it took, and I said by April 20th, you could see in the hundreds of thousands. And let me see. From there, where we are now, we're only 10 days away or 9 days away from April 20th, and you're adding 30,000 each time. 10 days, another 300, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're almost at, you're going to be at 800,000. 800,000 confirmed cases. In 10 days, you're adding 30,000 a day times 10. That would be 300,000, wouldn't it? Am I missing something? Anyways, so almost a million. So if you, and think about it, since probably here, March 20th, social distancing has really been implemented, really stressed. And with that, of course, it was too late. A lot of people were already infected by that time, But now we're in a slow burn, and you see a lot of states having, let's just average it out, let's say, 5,000. Now you're having a slower burn. What's it going to take? It's going to probably take double the amount of time. Instead of 3 to 4 days, maybe it'll take 2 weeks to double. You see what I'm saying? It's a slow burn, very slow burn, and there's just no easy way. There's no easy way out of this. I don't care what you're hearing or what people are telling you. There is just no easy way out of this. I don't see an easy way out of it. So there's going to be a couple things that are going to happen. I'm going to talk about that now. And then this is where I'm going to get to the doom part. But I want to talk about it because it is a real possibility. So you don't want to be caught off guard on this point. You don't. You want to be prepared because you want to survive. And there's two types of people that survive, right? The people who stay calm and understand what's going on, and the people who don't and are reacting on instinct. All right. Oh, there's a third, but they're just going to die. All right. They're not going to survive. So the third category is the people who won't survive. All right. They're going to die. All right. Natural, you call it whatever, natural selection, survival of the fittest, but that's that scenario. So pick where you want to be. You probably don't want to be in the third category, I'm assuming, but unfortunately, if there is a doomsday scenario, quote-unquote doomsday scenario. A lot of people actually are going to fall into that category, and then whatever remains, either luck or fortune or skill or riches. Some people are hiding in their $1 million mansion bunker, or $1 billion mansion bunker, I should say, because of inflation, of course. So, all right. So, what is going to happen? What is going to happen? So, let's take a look at some of the numbers, and you're going to see what's going to happen. So, without in the beginning any social distancing measures, any mitigation measures, with mitigation measures towards the end, but by the end it's too late. You got 500,000, which took how long to get to that point? It took from here, let's say, where was I? I think I said maybe around, once it gets to 1,000. Once it gets to 1,000, it's not that that's a magic number, but I'm just picking that number because this is when I started making the coronavirus daily videos. And it took about, let's see, April 11th. It took 1 month to get to this number. From 1,000 to this number, it took 1 month, people. So with heavy mitigation, it's probably double or triple that time to get to that. Now, hopefully it will burn itself out if you do enough mitigation, but we all know that's not going to happen because it's global. All it takes is one imported case. It starts all over again. So we just have to assume it's going to be a slow burning, a slow cooking, a slow flame, because America's under fire here. And it's probably going to be about 3 months, at least 3 months of this, maybe even longer. And one or two things is going to happen: herd immunity or a vaccine. And a vaccine is not coming for probably a year, maybe 2 years. And I don't even know if it's safe to take the vaccine, to be honest with you. There's a lot of unknowns with this virus that we just don't know. Remember, this all started in late December. Literally late December. This is when it really, some even say early November or late November, and it was quietly spreading in December and really started breaking out in January. So maybe 6. So maybe this has gone on for 6 to 7 months. This is still a relatively new virus. So if you take this amount, let's just say half the time, 250,000 cases would happen, because you're reducing the quote-unquote spread. You're reducing the spread. 2 months time, you would have 250,000 if we're doing social distancing. So you're still adding a lot. You're going to still add a lot to this. That is really, really, really bad. Anyways, let's take a look at Texas real quick. I gotta focus on where I am. Sorry. There's a website for your state. Go look at it. Check it out. But here it is. Texas is basically at 10%. At 10%. At 10% right here. If most states keep it at 10%, which not all states are gonna, but I'm just gonna say 10 because that's where I am. The burn on this, okay? The burn on this would be at 10%. Let's see here. What calculation am I coming up with? Positivity rates at 10% on a 320 million is 3.2 million. Let's just say 3.2 million positivity rate. How many people would die at 1.5% on that? That would still be 3 million people dying. Wow. 3 million people dying. Anyways, so this is the doomsday scenario. So you got to make a choice. Okay, you got to make a choice. Economic livelihood, all right, or fighting this virus. And either one of those situations don't look good for you. People have been out of work for at least a month now, at least a month, maybe even longer. The stimulus package of $1,200 per person, I think in this household, I got 2 kids, we'll end up getting $3,400. It's helpful for us. My income level hasn't changed since I don't work and my wife is still working. She's getting paid. It does kind of help us, but think about all the people who did not get paid during all that time and have bills, even though there's a pause on everything, but still you got to feed people. There are food lines. I'm in a food line. I go pick up food for my kids. How long before the supply chain and also the food supply chain gets disrupted? I mean, supply chain's already disrupted. How long before the food supply chain gets disrupted? You'll be surprised. It could be a matter of 6 months because, the season's changing. There's only about a 6-month period for you to harvest, to grow and harvest, maybe 7 months. Now we're going to find out probably in the next 3 to 4 months here. It's probably time to plant. So harvest is about August, November. We're going to find out soon and during the winter if we're going to have a food disruption. And so I think this is important to know because you've got to protect yourself. Okay, if you couldn't get yourself a gun, I mean, there's axes, there's machetes, there's knives, but you still got to protect yourself. So I was lucky. I ordered it in December, got it right now. I'm feeling a lot better. If you don't have any body armor, I would seriously consider getting some. What have you got to lose? It's like whatever this is, $150, whatever this is, with the plate carrier. I think you get 2 plates or something. It's like $200. What have you got to lose? Not that I'm pushing AR-500. You could go with anything you want, but I'm just a little concerned because I see this happening. It's a possibility. Like, who would have thought that you're in this position now, possibly in a situation where you get a collapse? I mean, we're very close to a financial collapse. I'm pretty sure of it. Very close. I don't know if it will happen, but 17 million people filed for unemployment. And there's probably going to be more counting. Even if you did reopen, there's no guarantee that jobs are going to come back. Anyways, just something to think about. I'm not going to go on too much. We'll take a look at this. We're at zero peak days. We'll see what happens. If the confirmed cases and the death rate start dropping from this point on, everything's good. But if it just sizzles if it sizzles and just continues, no good. Anyways, like, share, comment. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know what's going on. Do you think it's almost that time to go full retarded? To go full retard? I think it almost is. It really is. It's almost time to go full retard, everybody. Almost time. Until next time, bye.